Hello to everyone. It's time for me to record the next speaking practice video. Today we are going to record the speaking practice video number 87. And what actually I wanted to say before I start practicing with ChatGPT. I wanted to say that I planned to record the speaking practice video yesterday, but unfortunately I didn't have time. I didn't have spare time at the evening. It was already 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. I mean, when I finished all things that I planned. Yeah, and there was a choice simply to push myself really hard. Yeah, and do this and do that night and do that speaking practice video at night, basically. But I've decided to be a little more smarter and a little bit more um, not sensitive, but sensible, probably, yeah, a little bit more sensible to myself, yeah, and try to work according to my energy resources, yeah, and so that's why I choose to sleep yesterday. But unfortunately, because of the fact that I really did override myself yesterday very hard, I mean, through the animation studying, physical exercises, animation lectures, then reading. So basically, yesterday I didn't have conventional relax at all, and that's why I've planned to sleep well. But as a result, I slept, or I did sleep very bad, very bad. I I've been awakening 3 times, I guess, at night. These things happen. I've noticed before. Yeah, it happened before. These problems with sleep um, come from when I push too hard, and forget about giving myself at least 1 or 2 hours of rest. Yeah, of conventional rest. I mean, any activity that will bring my body to state of rest. Yeah, and yesterday I miss these 2 hours of rest. That's why I slept very bad. And now, um, in order not to repeat the same mistake, I've decided to start the day from speaking practice video. I've decided to do it at the beginning because I have a feeling, and I can predict already, yeah, based on experience, that I have that at the evening I wouldn't have time. I would have time, but I wouldn't have enough energy to execute the speaking practice, and I will do it. It it will be at a cost of my rest again, yeah, and it means I would be dragging myself back in the state of bad sleep, bad recreation, and bad recovery. Yeah, and this will lead only to self-exhaustion. Yeah, it's already tested. Yeah, so it's better to make this day a bit lighter for myself. Yeah, start with the speaking practice. Makes uh, did did or do, yeah, do speaking practice at the beginning of the day, then a little, not a little bit, but a sufficient amount of studying, sufficient amount of work after that, and then give myself 2 or 3 hours of conventional, simple rest. Yeah, I mean, doing something without efforts. Yeah, if I would like to read a book at the evening, I would read a book. If I would like to play something, I would play. If I would like to watch something on TV, I would watch. Yeah, without inner strain. Yeah, it should have be, it must have be. No, it should be, it must be um, something absolutely willing, something absolutely willing, and without inner effort to it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's kind of things that all people in general, I mean, um, understand and know how to perform. But in my case, I'm talking about the ability to do what you like to do at the moment. Yeah, without planning, without, I don't know, hours counting, without thinking about the future, about the goals, etc. Yeah. Um, in my case, why I had problem with that. Yeah, with giving myself time for just being at a moment and doing what I really want to do, without, I don't know, without monitoring, without planning, without, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, just spend time with yourself. Um, just time that you spend with yourself on activity, and you do not count time. Yeah, you do not think, you don't count, you just being immersed in the process of doing something that you really want to do at the moment. Yeah, and it brings pleasure and recreation to your mind and to your body. Yeah, and in my case, I've been really restricted under the conditions that um, I understood that I didn't have much time. Oh, I understood that I have time, but I came to the feeling that time is really limited, and the more you do for the day, the better for you on the long distance. Of course, yeah, the more you do, the more things like that compound during the years, and the better results you have at the end. But um, we are not robots. At least I'm not a robot. I understand it for myself that I can't only work. Yeah, I can't only push myself. I can do it for no, let's say for a month. I can push myself really hard, but after that, there's gonna be not burned out, but the feeling of psychological and physiological and mental exhaustion. Yeah, um, it's similar to when you don't have enough hours of sleep. Yeah, the first day you you feel yourself a little tired. The next day you feel more and more and more, and you come to the state when you accumulated so much these hours of uh, yeah, you accumulated so much this so much tiredness, so much um, exhaustion in your body because you neglected 1 hour of sleep. Yeah, from your regular uh, from your regular uh, sleep regime. Yeah. And it just will lead you to absolute exhaustion, and after a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a question of how long can you push. Yeah, you eventually will come to the moment of full exhaustion, and you wouldn't be able to perform. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to perform. You will need to take all these neglected hours of rest back to yourself. So it will lead you to 1 or 2 weeks, I guess, full rest. Yeah, in order just to recover your energy balance. So, in order not to repeat this mistake, I've decided for myself to build the day in a way how I feel. Yeah, of course, I still work on things that's important for me, but sometimes I push myself. This is true, but there should be at least 2 hours of non-negotiable time that I will spend on in a way of recreation. I mean, the activities that I genuinely want to perform at the moment. Yeah, without planning, without thinking about the future. Yeah, just simple, activity for recreation, and that will help me to maintain my energy bar, maintain my energy level stable. Yeah, stable, and stability in energy will help me to perform. Yeah, also, um, it will help me to perform stable activities, stable studying, and frequent learning on during the long period of time. Yeah, sorry. I think you got what I've tried to say. I'm saying that you need to build your day in a way that it will allow you to is in a way that it will be possible to perform as a lifestyle. Yeah, you need to build a lifestyle, the way of living that will be absolutely adequate and possible for you to maintain for years. For I mean, even, probably even for if you think about it, yeah, you need to create the lifestyle. You need to create the way of living that you will be able to maintain for the rest of your life. Yeah, and don't think about it much. Yeah, it's not like you push in one day very hard and then you, I don't know, rest the next day because you absolutely exhausted. It's not like that. I'm talking about the system that you can perform day after day, day after day, day after day, and it wouldn't be about willpower or discipline. It would be about a lifestyle. Yeah, like recording speaking practice videos. Yeah, like studying something. Like I don't know, exercising. Yeah, mm, in a way of just doing it. Yeah, in a way of just doing it and not thinking about it. Like a habit, but more like a lifestyle. Yeah, like I'm for instance every morning we brush our teeth. We don't think about it much, yeah, but we still do it, yeah, and that's a way of living. Yeah, we take in shower, we taking 3 meals. I, for instance, take 3 meals per day, and I don't think much about it. I'm just living in that way, and it's comfortable for me. And this is a goal, actually, how to build your in my case, um, I know, studying process, yeah, in order to make it a lifestyle, things that is performed daily without a lot of thinking. I mean, a lot of considering, do it or not, yeah, and still pleasurable, yeah. What about pleasure? Yeah, because pleasure it's an interesting point. If to think about, yeah, if consider it. Some may say that studying isn't funny, yeah, but it depends on how you perform it. Yeah. For instance, I right now when I'm speaking English, I'm not thinking much. I'm not. Let's say there is no willpower now to do it. Yeah, I'm just talking English. I'm just relaxing even, because I have now full energy bar. This is the first part of the day, not morning, but at noon. Yeah, and I'm full of energy, full of interesting thoughts, and there is no effort in it. There is no effort to. Um, of course, there is an effort yet, but there is no effort to simply do it because I have energy for it right now, and I'm interested in English. Yeah, and in this way, studying becomes interesting. But on the other hand, as I've been talking before, if I will uh, if I will do the same speaking practice at the evening after a full day of work, yeah, like for example, I've been working from 9 to 6, then I rush to do 2 hours of gym session, and after this I rush to the shower, take a dinner, have a dinner, and after a dinner it um, it was already 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., and I've choose to read a little the book, and after the book at 11 o'clock, at 11 p.m., if I would push myself to execute the speaking practice video, it would have been the it would have been a good thing to do in the meaning of studying, but as a feeling, yeah, how it would feel absolutely, um, it would feel hard, it would feel pushed, it will exhaust me at a point of, at a 0 point, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that it's very important to plan your studying correctly. Put some of the exercises on a time period of the day when you have enough energy for it and enough free time for it, yeah. And in this way, it will it will brings you pleasure, yeah. Of course, you speaking practice videos always um, bring pleasure to me, but also it very dependable when I'm recording them. At the late night, I feel myself very exhausted. It's not very pleasurable, but still brings the understanding that I did it. Yeah, I can take pleasure from it. If I do it, I very rare. I very rarely do it at the middle of the day, almost never, because at the middle of the day I have other things to do, and also sometimes I do it in the morning. Yeah, like now, for instance. And compared to the evening experience and the morning experience is, I don't know, comes absolutely natural in a manner of speaking. Yeah, I just talk. I don't think much. It's like I do something that I've been doing for years. Yes, and I'm not even think about it much. Yeah, and that's what's that's the example, the instance of how it should be planned and how it should be aimed to perform. Yeah, in what state of energy, in what state of your own freshness and amount of energy that you have at the moment. Yeah, yeah. It was a long talk. I hope I expressed my point clearly. Yeah, that I've been trying to say. And let's move to the practicing with ChatGPT. Yeah. Okay. Question number one. Some people enjoy living close to the sea, while others prefer mountains or forests. What do you think attracts people to different landscapes? Um, Landscapes itself. Yeah. At first, we need to understand what exactly attracts the person. Yeah, I mean there is different people, different preparation. Some people like more forest um, scenery. Other people like, yes, as it has been asked in a question. Yeah, as has it been wrought, has it been wrought, has it been written in the question? Yeah. Some likes mountain, some likes weather near the um, water, yeah, near the sea or the ocean. Other likes mountains because of the fresh air and things like that. Yeah, it's a personal preferences, and in order to answer on this question, I've already given the answer on this question. Yeah, it depends on the personal preferences, but in order to clearly understand why a particular person want wants to live in a particular place, we need to know uh, its own or their own preferentials. Yeah, preferentials. I'm gonna check this word, of course, because I'm not sure about the preferentials. Preferential preferences. Okay, preferences, not preferential. So what does it mean? Preferential is Preferential is an adjective meaning to give one person or group an advantage over others. Ah, I've got what it means. Preferential. Good. Preferences. Yeah, we need to yes, sorry, let's get back to the question. We need to know precise and particular preferences of the person in order to answer why this person choose a particular landscape and what attract this person in this particular landscape. I can talk about myself, yeah, and probably try to explain why I prefer water landscapes, or at least places near the sea or near the ocean, but sea preferably, yeah, because sea is more safer than the ocean. I mean, in the meaning of living near to it. Most of all, yes. Let's try. I'll try to explain. To express why what I like. Living near the ocean or near the sea. At first, I like fresh air. Yeah, I very like this sea air. Yeah, air near the sea. It's very fresh. It's very breathing, and I know I just like this feeling. I just like how it smells, how it breathes, and yes. Also, I like a scenery. I very love. I'm very keen on and content to see the scenery, to go for a walk, to go for a run, or simply be near the sea. It's for me. It's always something very recreational, very relaxing. Spending time near the sea, spending time in the nature. Yeah, spending time in the nature in general, but in the sea, it's the most pleasurable experience that I ever had in my life. Yeah, I mean, I've been in mountains. I've been to mountains. I've been to sea. I've been to forests, and the sea is right now. Yeah, at a moment of time. Yeah, according to all experience that I have. I didn't visit much places, but I didn't visit much places, but I visited some, and I can say that I like sea the most because of the air, because of the scenery, because of this overall feeling that being near the sea gives you. The feeling of tranquility, tranquility. Yeah, the feeling of peace and tranquility. Okay, question number two. How has the way people discover new music changed over the last 20 years? Do you think it's for the better? Um, at first, let's say that with internet, with smartphones, with computers, with technologies, you have the opportunity to, I mean, if you're just a listener, if you're just a consumer, you can open the app on your phone, YouTube Music or Spotify, and listen to any music that you like, to search for any music that you like. I mean, it's very, how we call it, when something is spare, not spare, but in a big amount or easily accessible. Yeah, I don't know I don't know the word, so I will rephrase it as easily accessible. It's very easily accessible. Yeah, for people that live in nowadays. Yeah, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. In my opinion, it's a very good thing. Also for the creator. Yeah, if you're a creator of music, uh, also you need to I mean, create a musical track. You need to create a musical piece, yeah, a piece of music, and you can simply download it on the internet, and you don't need, I don't know, a lot of money, or you don't need a lot of investigation, you don't need a team sometime of producers or things like that. You can just record what you like, create a product, create your own product, create your own creation, and down and upload it on YouTube, on social media platforms. And if it's really good, you can you can succeed. Yeah, you can become famous. You can get money from it. Yeah, it's all possible thanks to technology, and it yeah, it make it more accessible. It make it more easier to share. Yeah, to share. In the meaning of music, technologies and internet make it more easier to create and to share. And I think is this for the better. Yeah, we have more artists. We have more people have more opportunities to create music. Other people have more possibilities to find this music, to listen to it. Yeah, it's just good. Yeah, it's just better, much more better than it used to be. When in order to listen music, you I don't know. At first you need to find an orchestra, then you need to buy a ticket, and you will able to listen to this music only at a precise time, probably. Mm, I don't know, once in a month or once in a year, or even if we will look in an ancient times, some people probably never heard any complicated, sophisticated musical compositions. Yeah, and this is a sad truth, but thanks to the humanity, thanks to the good parts of the humanity, to the sentient people who developed, who developed and gave developed the technologies and gave us the opportunity to interact with things, with beautiful things such as music on a daily basis, for free even sometimes. Okay, that was my answer. Let's move to the question number 3. If every city had to choose one unique tradition to preserve forever, what kind of tradition do you think would be worth protecting? Not the best question for me to answer because I don't know much tradition. Yeah, I've been I've been living and still living in the world uh, where you just need to get a good job, need to get enough money to feel yourself a little bit more free and to do things that you like to do. Yeah, mm, I think the best tradition that people need to preserve forever is to very difficult question. Yeah. Okay, let's try to be let's dive a little bit deeper and let's try to be a bit philosophical about this question. Mm, there is okay. I'm from I don't know how it would sound in English, but I'm from Christianity culture, and I'm not the regular attendant of the church, but still I've been brought up through these Christian principles of living, yeah, and through this I've been taught the Christian way of living, and I find it quite suitable and quite decent for the humanity to follow. Yeah, this simple tradition of 10 unbreakable rules. Yeah, that everyone should know. Yeah, the rules that I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the religion, about the deep points of religion, I mean, the history of religion, but there is some rules that everyone can apply to his life and to the life of the society, and it will make the thing the things only better. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The 10 dogmas that God, or that the Jesus Christ gave to his followers. Yeah, the rule of love. Uh, yeah, basically the rule of love. Yeah, and this rule sounds like you should love your closest one as you love yourself, and your closest one should love you as he loved himself. Yeah, it's kind of like the idea of love and the idea of being sentient enough to understand your own vices and to work towards virtues, towards virtues like love, um, discipline, honesty, resilience, wisdom, intellect, and pursuing the good things in life, things that bring good to this world, not bad. Of course, I've been talking about it, about my perspective on it, very vague perspective, I could say, because I'm trying to find out the rules, the virtues for myself. Yeah, I'm not kinda just picking up everything that is writing somewhere. I'm trying to analyze and bring up my own rules for myself, and usually these rules are absolutely identical to the rules that people created a long time ago in ancient times in order to build a healthy societies. And I think the key tradition, the key principle is love. Love, yeah. Acting from love, acting according to love, doing the good things, doing the things that bring more love to this world, no hate. But still, but still, being resilient, being being resilient and being strong enough, yeah, to preserve all these principles and protect them, to fasten them through yourself, in yourself, and about yourself. Yeah. Uh, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that acting according to love, it doesn't mean weakness. It means that you need to be strong enough to be able to act strong enough, wise enough, experienced enough to be able to act according to love. Yeah. Sorry for this philosophical uh, part or not. Sorry, I don't know, but of course, you know the philosophy. It's the things that everyone has his own point of views. Yeah, and things like that better to keep to yourself and work it in yourself. Yeah, working with your inner self, with virtues. Yes, and the other people will simply see the results of this inner work that you've done. Yeah, that's the better way. Yeah, not to share about it much, but to work towards it and work with it inside yourself. And this image of inner self that you build according to the virtues, it will unavoidably, not unavoidably, but it will, let's say, in a way that is guaranteed to influence the world around you. Yeah, your inner world, your inner perspectives, they influence the outer world around you, the other people. Yeah, so if you work on yourself silently, work with virtues, you don't need to even talk about it. Other people, when they will talk to you, work with you, communicate with you, or I don't know, some kind of interact with you, they will feel it. They will see who you are. No need to talk about it much, yeah, or explain it, or um, I don't know, debate about it. Yeah, no need. Yeah, just the result of whom you become. Sorry, it's not about. Yeah, I moved straight a lot from the question. Yeah, so let's get back to the question. If every city had to choose one unique tradition to preserve forever, what kind of tradition do you think would be worth protecting? I think okay. Again, we're back to this question that isn't easy at all. Because if I would say religion, it wouldn't be truth for sure, because the religion has its pros and cons, and I wouldn't say that we by all costs need to preserve the religion, but there is parts of religion, the philosophical part of religion, the virtues, the understanding of what is good and what is bad, I would like to preserve and keep in tradition and keep in learning for the next generations. Yeah, and I already expressed what's the virtue I found the most important: the ability to love the other person as you love yourself. Yeah, and love yourself as you love the other person. Yeah, it's just the point is love, love. Yeah, the point is love, which is very difficult sometimes and gets enough strength and requires enough strength and trains enough strength to move towards this way. Okay. Or, yeah, living with this principle, move on this road and towards this direction of virtue. Okay, this was my answer. Let's move to the next question. Why do you think people are willing to wait in a long queues for certain products, restaurants, or events? Because why not? I don't know. If there is a product and this product is limited, or you can't buy this product online, yeah, for some reasons, and you really want to try this product, why not to wait in a queue? It's absolutely adequate. It's absolutely normal. I don't know. That's the society norm of behavior. Yeah, making quiz and I don't know, adequately, not adequately, but rather sentiently waiting politely, culturally, waiting for your turn. Yeah, and it's absolutely normal. Yeah, I myself willing to wait in a long quiz if I need to buy something that I really want to buy. It's absolutely okay. Yeah, it's a question of your time. Do you have enough time to spend on it for waiting in a queue, or you don't? If you have time, have desire, why not? Nothing bad. I don't see nothing bad in this behavior. It would be much more worse than people wouldn't form the queues. And I witness it, this situation when people can't even form the regular queue. Yeah, everyone want to get the thing first, and it creates chaos. It creates clamor. It creates chaos. It creates dangerous situation in which people behave like animals, not like sentient human beings. And that is my answer. Yeah, queues is absolutely okay, And if people willing to spend time in the queues, it means that they have time and have enough desire to buy the thing or get the things that they want. And that's all. Question number 5. Question number 5. Should schools encourage students to make more mistakes during the learning process? Why or why not? Okay, interesting question. Should schools encourage students to make more mistakes during the learning process? Why or why not? I don't. It's an interesting question, but I don't actually understand how it's going to work. Yeah? Because how could you encourage students to make more mistakes? You can say them simply on a lecture. Yes, as a teacher. Yeah. As a teacher, you can say to your class, to your audience that it's okay to do mistake, guys. You are learning. The more mistakes you do, the better you learn. Yeah, just don't be afraid of doing mistakes. Don't be afraid. Just do your best. Have patience and believe in your own mind, in your own capabilities. You are able to do it. You just need to be calm and execute it daily. And when you do mistakes, try to learn from it. Yeah, not try to run from it, try to learn from it. You could say it simply to the students, yeah, to build up a healthy environment in your classes. It's absolutely okay. But how to encourage students to make mistakes on a system level, I don't know. The system is already works all right. Yeah, you have, I don't know, studying hours, you have practicing hours, and there is a system of evaluating it. Yeah, I mean, you get grades, yeah, for your tests, and this grading system, it just shows the metrics, how good you learn the material. Yeah, and it's work absolutely enough. Yes, this is my answer, and I think the encouragement about mistakes should rest on the shoulders of the teachers. Yes, it's just a necessary prep talk sometimes to make before the class, and it's not a question of how you need to change the system to encourage people to do more mistakes. People, I think, system is already quite adequate. Yeah, I mean, in a way of how it's approached. Yeah, simple mathematics. Yeah, simple statistic. You learn, you practice, you get an exam, you get the grade. Grade shows how good you learn the material. Nothing need more in this system. It works. Okay, let's move to the question number 6. Imagine the books suddenly became more popular than videos or social media. What changes might you expect to see in society? Good question. But it's a very misleading question, because this question applies that if person is reading, he's some kind of more smarter than the person who use social media or watching videos. But it's it's a deception, yeah, very rude and very harsh deception, yeah, because what is it books? What is it videos? What is it social media? Yeah, book contain. I mean, what contain book? The better to explain it, the easier way. What book contains? Information. Information that was written. What video contains? Video contains information that was filmed and was spoken. What contains social media? Social media contains information that other people write or post videos or recommend books. Yeah. So it's all about information. All these three types of all these three platforms or all these three things, fields, they they are consist they are consisting of information, and it's it is information, and this is the information, and it is the information that decides, do you consume good material or you consume bad material. I mean, you can read a bad book that contains bad information that absolute garbage for you. You can watch a video that contains bad information that's absolute garbage. You can spend time on social media and read only garbage from it. But on the other hand, you can read a very sophisticated book. You can watch a very helpful video. You can spend time on social media in order to find information that is needed for you. Yeah, so it's not a question about how society would change. It's a question about how you look for information and what information you consume. Yeah, it's a personal question. Yeah. How society will change? There still will be people who read bad books, there still will be people who read good books. Yeah, there still would be people who consume garbage information, and there still would be people who consume useful information for them. And I don't know. Wouldn't be much changes in the society. Yeah, the people need to change their taste and their preferences in information and the understanding of what are they consuming in order to make some changes in the society. Yeah, books, videos, and social media are just an instruments. The things that contains information, and that's all. The person decides what information to consume, not the device, not the place where it's stored. The person. Okay, the question number 7. What makes a building or place memorable? Is it the architecture, its history, or the experience people have there? Okay, interesting question. What makes a building or a place memorable? Is it the architecture, its history, or the experiences people have there? I think all these three factors, all these three criteria, all these three criterias add to the atmosphere and memorability of the building. Yeah, all these three aspects is important, and all these three aspects not important, but I mean importance is it's again the question of the preparations. Yeah. But all these three aspects, architecture, history, and experiences, they all add the fair amount of investment into the attraction, or at least the feeling, or the atmosphere, the essence of the building. Yeah, let's put it in that way. And that's actually my answer. I don't know what else elaborate about. Yeah. Question number 8. Some people enjoy collecting physical objects, while others prefer collecting experiences. Which approach do you think is more meaningful? I think you don't need to think about which approach is more meaningful. You can do both. Yeah, and better to do both. Like might be something that that you attached to some memories, to some experiences, or you just may like some things, or some things for you have a cultural context in it. Yeah. On the other hand, experience is also very important. Yeah, like traveling, like reading about something, like learning about something, and collecting. Like I think this question more about this question implies that we need to think about we need to think in a way that traveling is more important and experience something at a first hand is more important than just collecting physical objects about the place or over the place. But in my perspective, both the things absolutely gradual and absolutely equal, and it's absolutely normal to do the both. Yeah, you can collect objects if you like, you can collect experience if you like, and you do both. Yeah, like buying souvenirs if you really if you really need to and want to buy some things from the from your from your journey. It's okay. Yeah, no need to think which is more meaningful. Both are meaningful, and both are the meaningful things. Is basically the things that have meaning for the person. Yeah, and if for the person both things have meaning, for instance, as for me, there is no need to overcomplicate it or overthink about it. Do what you like. I mean, in this, according to this question, you just need to do what you like. Yeah, and don't overthink about it. The question number 9. Mm. How important is curiosity in adulthood? Adulthood. Okay, I already feel I already feel that this is a good question. How important is curiosity in adulthood? Do you think people naturally become less curious as they grow older, or does it depend on their lifestyle? Or does it depend on their lifestyle? Okay, I think curiosity is the thing that you should keep through all your life. And curiosity is, I know, it's a healthy thing. Yeah, it's one of the virtues, I guess. Yes, in the living of human being. And I don't see, in my case, I'm 30 years old now. Do I lost my curiosity? Did I lose my curiosity? No. Do I want to? No. I'm just doing things that I'm interested in, and this is my curiosity. This is how my curiosity works. I'm learning about the things, I'm studying things, I'm educating myself in the field that I'm interested in a way. Yeah, it's curiosity. I'm living with curiosity. But according to this question, the question sounds, how important is curiosity in adulthood? Do you think people naturally become less curious? And I want to give an interesting instance. Right now, I'm 30 years and I feel myself curious as a child in some things. Of course, experienced, of course, already with wisdom of adult, with experience of living, but still, I have a lot of things that I don't know and are really interesting to know about them. But a couple of years ago, I think 5 years ago, I've been so fucking depressed. I've been so fucking uncurious about life that I simply only drunk with my drunk pulse. I only drunk with my pals, do a regular job, take money from it, drink again, take money from it, do job, drink again, and it was fucking awful. It was it was a good lesson for me, yeah. But you can compare, yeah. You can use it as a fact, yes, and as in a real experience, and simply compare and find the conclusion that curiosity, it's not about age, it's about your mental state. If you are if you are depressed in your life by your own actions, by your own thoughts, if you giving up on your life, no, I sorry, I not want to make some motivational speeches, but it's a question of your own perspective. Yeah, if you are not interested in life, are not interested in things, and if you are depressing your life by your action, depressing your curiosity, depressing your health, um, depressing your priorities, depressing your virtues, you can be you can you can be absolutely uncurious at any age, and at 25 at any age you can be depressed and uncurious about life at 10 years, at 15 years, at 20 years, at 25 years, at 50 years, at 100 years, doesn't matter. But in the same way you can be very curious about your life constantly. Yeah, and as I explained, it's not the question of the age, it's question of your own outlook on the world, on yourself, on the reality. Yeah, good. The question number 10, and the last question for today. If you could introduce one subject that every adult should study for a month, what would it be? And why do you think it would be valuable? Okay, from my personal experience, I could say that language learning doesn't matter what language: English, Japanese, Polish, Ukrainian, Czech, North languages, Italian, German, doesn't matter, yeah? Just as an activity, learning other language, different language, brings a lot of benefits. I mean, I don't even know downsides of the learning languages. This is the activity, this is the routine that brings only positives and brings only enhancing to you, enhancing to your ability to think. It widens your spectrum. It widens, not spectrum, but it widens your seizure. Yeah, you can. What I mean, it widens your range basically. You can read information in another language. You can learn different perspectives. You can communicate with people from different cultures. You can learn something from different cultures. Yeah, studying languages, it's like open doors for yourself, cultural doors, intellectual doors, informational doors, yeah, to places around the world, from different places. The humanity is absolutely different. The variety of humanity is huge, yeah. The variety of the cultures, of the customs, of the perspectives, of the outlooks, it's huge. And by studying language, you you make new paths, you make new roads, you make new paths for yourself. It makes you more sophisticated, more just as a matter of fact. Yeah, as a result, want you or you want you or don't, it will make you more sophisticated. It will widen your range of understanding of this world. Yeah, and that's why, according to what I said, that I see only benefits in studying foreign language, I would make this the subject that every adult should study for a month. Yes, according to this question number 10. Okay, it was all. It is all for today. I've been speaking for almost 1 hour without 10 seconds. So let's speak a little bit in order to make a 1 hour from the speaking practice video. And I can say it was good. And I need to attend other things, yeah, other tasks. So I wouldn't be continue talking. Yeah, for today, let's say it's all. As I said, it's all in this for this speaking practice video number 87. We are we are getting close to speaking practice video 100, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm quite content with the results. And I'm quite content with the speed, with the results, and with what I can do now with using languages, using the language, and I'm just content. Yeah, the feeling of being content is the one most beautiful feeling that the person can experience in life. When you're just content with what you can do, then you're just content in the moment. Yeah, it's not excitement. It's not uncontrollable excitement. It's not, I don't know, feeling of euphoria. It's just feeling of content, feeling of grounded, stable. Oh, okay. I don't even know the synonym to the word content, but it's just something that is very pleasant to feel, and this feeling is stable. Good. See you in the next speaking practice video. Hopefully tomorrow, hopefully day after tomorrow. We will see. But for sure, as this week, I'm going to record the speaking practice video number 88. That's for sure. Yeah. So at least one more speaking video will be recorded soon. So see you in the next one. Goodbye for today.